Hey guys, Benjamin Dragon here. I just want to make a video about the pet system in Wizard101 because I've found a lot of people seem to struggle a lot with this system. And what I mean by that is I see a lot of, especially lower level, like I'd say like level 70 to like level 100, maybe even further. A lot of people don't even know what pets are the best for their school, what talents to get, what pet statistics, how they affect a pet. So, like, for example, on this pet, I've got shitty stats. You know, usually good stats are 250 plus. But this doesn't really matter with this because energy isn't actually affected by stats. This is my energy pet. I love this pet so much. But yeah. So this is what this video is about. So I want to make sure everyone like has a basic understanding of this game, the pet system in this game. Now I have a lot of max like mega pets. So I have this one's I think a mega. Yes, this is a mega. That's a mega. That's an ultra. That's an adult. This is a mega. And that's just on one of my accounts. That's already 5 there, but I've got another on my fire. I've got, this is my ice. I've got another 5 on my fire. I've got another, and then I've probably got about 15 to 20 mega pets. So I'm really experienced with making good pets. So if you're watching this video, obviously you want to know how to start a pet. So you've got absolutely nothing. You've probably got a baby pet by now. I'm assuming you got a baby pet. So you've probably got something like this, a baby gulcher, and you don't know what to do. All it's giving you is a myth blade. That's it. So what you want to do is you want to find a pet. It's called a base pet. So what a base pet is it's a pet that you will hatch, go into the kiosk with, and you will hatch with whatever you want, right? So whatever statistics you want. Now, if you're first ever pet, just come over here, go into the store here, right next to the pet games. And you want to, I think it's this guy? Yes. And you want to buy Bloodbat. And the reason you buy a Bloodbat, okay, and not any of the other ones, I'm not sure about the other ones, maybe Pickles are fine too, but basically you just buy, any of these are fine, but I usually buy Bloodbats, is because of the talents they have are very, very weak. So they're very, actually I'll just buy one to show you. So, good, it opened, nice. So if you look at these tats, see how they're common, uncommon? And then if you go to my Weagle, my energy pet, see how the little dots on the side of the talents, epic, ultra rare, epic. So how it works is, if you go back to the Bloodbat, these uncommon talents, if you're hatching for pet that has a lot of epic and ultra rare talents, these will get instantly basically deleted. Like they'll get pushed out, right? And they'll be replaced with these epic talents because they're so they're more heavy. I like to say heaviness, like weight. So these have higher weight than the other ones, right? So when you first hatch with a pet, you might have some of these left. So you'll see them with the 1 dots or the 0 dots. But when you hatch 2 or 3 times with the pet you want, you'll basically straight away see that all your talents will go epic, ultra rare, even rare. Okay? So once you buy that pet, you obviously have to train that pet to adult, because obviously only adults and above can hatch. So you come over to the you grab your Bloodbat or whatever you bought in there, and you just train it. So you normally have to play games, and once you finish, I think it's 50. So I usually just play this. This is the what is this? Dance game. And I usually just use. I used to use Mushu before they added this system. I'll just like play Mushu and I'll just skip. But they've added this system about a couple of years ago. So now you basically just have to win. Once you've won like 50 games, you can skip the game. Okay. So you might have already done this. I'm not sure. But otherwise, you have to play the game. So what you do is you skip the game and you feed them a snack. Now this is where you get your pet experience from. Now if you did play the game, you probably got I think it's 3 experience from the game, or like 6 or something. But that's nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. So I'll come back to snacks later. But snacks are how you get most of your pet experience. And you'll notice how it gives certain snacks give certain statistics, and that'll come in handy later. But for now, you just want to get this pet to adult so you can hatch. Now, don't worry if you've got like, you know, if you're in Chrysalis and you've got like a +10 snack or a +5 snack, it doesn't matter. Just use all your available energy to get your pet to adult. Okay, because from baby to adult, it's not really a lot of experience. It's only like 200, I think a max total of 350, so it's not much. You could probably get a pet from baby to adult in like 1 or 2 energy, 1 or 2 energy elixirs. Or if you are lower level, you actually reset your energy on level up, so you can use all your energy to get your pet to teen, and then you can go level up and then come back, and you have full energy. Otherwise, it energy regenerates really slowly. So I think it's like 7 an hour. So it's really slow, right? So I'm just getting this pet to adult so I can show you guys. I don't know. I probably didn't have to do that, but I could have just hacked or something else. But it doesn't matter. I'll get it to. So it got myth shot. Now this, like I said, all the talents that this gives you, they are nothing. So it doesn't matter what you get for the first. Okay, so this is where the pet kiosk comes in. Actually, before we come to the kiosk, I want to just talk about statistics. So, the pet you just bought would have pretty much the statistics right here. 100, 100, 115, 75, 50. That's terrible. That is actually terrible. So, if you were to get this to max, okay, and you had all this max, and you got, say you're a myth, and you got myth dealer, your myth dealer, which is a 10% damage talent, and I'll come back to talents in a minute, but if you got a 10% damage talent, you will, that 10% damage talent will only actually be about 6, or I don't even know what the minimum is, I think 5 or 6, that's like whatever the minimum is, okay, because your strength is too low, your agility is too low, your will's too low, your power's too low, so that is actually going to be really low. The actual, even though the talent gives 10%, your pet will only give you, I think it's only like 5 or something. It'll give a really low percentage, right? So what you want to do is, when you browse, this is why P.S I Statistics, and why I'm coming to P.S I Statistics before I tell you about the kiosk, is because when you're searching the kiosk, you need to make sure that you're looking for a pet that has good statistics. Otherwise, you're going to be hatching for no reason. Okay, so this is my ice character. So, and this is I'm trying to figure out what I should look for. I'm just going to go off on ice, okay? So I'm just going to imagine you guys are on ice, okay? And you are wanting a pet to quest with. You don't want a PvP pet, because PvP can get a bit complicated. You can have different pets. Okay, most schools, basically all the schools, you want a triple damage and double resist pet. And the reason actually, do I even have my, hold on one second. Do I even have my, actually I don't, so I can't even hatch. It's on 4 hours cooldown. But I'll still go through it with you guys. You want a triple damage and a double resist pet. Now, I'm going to find, now before that, even before that, you want to make sure that you've got, the pet you're hatching with will give you a good item card. Now, this isn't really a big deal, but at max level, I'll just take you to my one, this one. So, lovely dumpling. This is my pet that I quested with for this pet I've had for like 10 years. I'm not even joking. Like, this is the first ever pet I've actually ever made to max, to mega. And you see what it gives you. It gives you Ice Giver, Pain Giver, Ice Dealer, Spell Proof, Spell Defying. Now what this gives you is it gives you a total of 22 damage, I believe, yes, 22 damage and 15 resist on top of your gear. So this is why pets are very important, right? So at max level, instead of having 200 damage, you have 220, 222. And instead of 30 resist, you have 45 resist. So this is why it's important, because this is a lot of statistics to just not give a shit about, not care about pets. So a lot of people just think, oh, forget about pets. No, This is very important. Now you look on the side here. This is the most important part. The side. Your strength is 250, intellect 250, agility 260, will 260, power 260. Now, I do have a website that I'm going to link below. That is a pet calculator that I've used all the time, and it's very, very, it works all the time. What you do is because when you go through the kiosk, it won't say 250, 250. It'll usually be like 245, 242, 260, 255, blah, blah, blah. So if you have doubts as to if your pet will actually reach max stats, go down to this link below. It's the pet calculator that I've linked below. And you just type in your strength, your intellect, your agility, your will, your power. And what that will do is it'll give you a calculation. Actually, I probably can go to it now for you guys. So if you go to pet calculator, I think that's the one. Wait, is it one on pet calculator? And you go down to here. This is the one. Okay, and you type in. Wait for it to load. 250. So this pet has 250, 250, 260, 260, 250. So you type this in. Okay, 250. Okay, and 260. Sorry, that's 260. That's 250. Yes. Okay. So you'll see here, the school dealer will be 9.525. But wait, my dealer is 10. Why is that happening? The reason is because it rounds up. So if you have 9.525 like it has here, it'll just round up to 10, and you'll be getting the 10 in game. It won't be 9.525 in game. It'll be 10. So it rounds up, and the same for everything else. So if you have 9.499, unfortunately, that means you're going to get a 9 dealer. So you want to make sure when you're going and you're looking at your in the kiosk and you're looking for pets, right? In the kiosk, you want to make sure that your pet is type in the statistics into that calculator and make sure that your dealer is 9.5 plus. Okay, if it says 9.4, don't hatch with the pet, because you're not going to get a maximum statistic. Pain giver is obviously, as long as it's above 5.5, you're good. Same with the boons. I don't think I have a boon on this ice. No, I don't have boon. But if you're going for boon, actually I do have it socketed, right? And you can socket mighty as well, which I'll get to in a minute. But I'll come back to that. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. So obviously you want to be above 2.5 for boon. You want to be above 9.5 for spellproof. Usually spellproof, boon, giver, and defy, normally they're always max. It's usually the dealer that is hard to get to 10%. But if your statistics are really low, they're going to be worse. So for example, let's just go and imagine that I have all these talents on this pet we just made before. Pet we just hatched. This one. Okay, the pet we just hatched. Now imagine all of these statistics here, all of these talents I had right here, and they were all in this pet with these statistics. Let's type it into the calculator. Okay, you're gonna look and you're gonna see that. How much is it? 75. Okay, you're gonna see that you're gonna get 3% dealer. So this talent here, instead of giving 10 damage, you'll get 3 damage, right? So basically, this is the importance of statistics, okay? So this is the importance of these stats being this high compared to them being this high, right? You want them to be at max. Okay, that's what max stats means. When someone says max stat pet, that's what it means. Now, so I've just explained statistics to you. Another thing that's about regarding statistics is that you can actually socket, and you might have picked some of these up on your quest if you're questing, right? And I think I have some here. Maybe. No, I do not. Oh, here. So you might have picked some of these up while you're questing, and you might think, oh, these are shit. I'm just going to sell them. I'm just gonna trash them. These are taking up space in my jewel pouch. No, these are very, very good. And specifically the one called Mighty. And I'm gonna actually go over to my fire in a second and show you guys the rest of what I'm about to talk about. And I'll actually show you what the Mighty Jewel is. But the Mighty Jewel actually gives 65 strength here, I believe. Yes, 65 strength. And what that does is, I'll show you right now on the thing. So let me just type in my stats again. So 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 6. 2, 6 and 2, 5. Okay. So obviously we have a 9.5 dealer. We've got a max stats basically. This is max stats essentially, right? You can go beyond max stats. Okay. Now if you were to socket Mighty, so right now I've socketed Ice Boon into my Star Jewel, right? If you were to socket Mighty, the talent that I'll show you in a second on my fire, but if you were to socket Mighty here, so let me just equip that. You'll gain 65 here to strength. Okay, so your strength will go from 250, okay, to 315. Now, look at what this does to the statistics. Your school dealer will go to 10.5. Okay, and when it's 10.5, it will round up. So you'll actually get 11%. So you get 11% damage. You'll get on these two talents here. Ice Dealer, Ice Giver, and Pain Giver, you'll get 7%. Okay? You'll get 7%, see? And on your two Spell Defying and Spell Proof, you'll get 11% and you'll get 6%, because it's 5.6, but it'll round out to 6. So you'll gain 3 damage and 2 resist. Okay? Now, I've just socketed Boon here, and I'll get to why I've socketed Boon here. I've socketed Boon here because you actually have to be Ultra Pet. You have to have an Ultra Pet to socket Mighty. And if I'll go back to my jewels here. Where is it? Powerful. This is powerful, which is the same thing, except it's for power instead of strength, right? But see how it says level Ultra plus only? It means your pet has to be Ultra. Now this pet's Mega. So when I made this pet, I just said, I don't want to spend another... Actually, I've gone halfway. I've got 1,000 points here. I was very low level back then. I didn't have much Mega Snacks. So I probably just said, I'll just socket Ice Beam and come back to it, right? But if I had socketed Mighty... Actually, why is it saying -1? What the fuck? Okay, now it's back. If I socket Mighty right now, I'll get all this 3 from Ice Boon. So I'll basically be getting an Ice Boon plus 2 resist. So it's actually better, right? I'll be getting 1% from each of these plus 2 resist, right? So Mighty is actually one of the best things to socket. Now, if you can in the kiosk, okay, this pet here, these are the talents that it's been given, right? When you go from baby to mega, you give them these 5 talents. When you're looking for a pet in the kiosk, you might want to get Mighty in these talents, and the reason for that is if you can get rid of Ice Giver, for example, and put Mighty in there, okay, you don't have to get your pet to Ultra. Okay, because an Ice Giver talent, and it's a lot easier to get. The jewel's a lot easier to get to. A Mighty talent jewel is very hard to get. But see how I have Ice Giver here? It's level Epic plus. Okay, so you only have to get your pet to Epic to socket this, right? So if you had Mighty here, Pain Giver, Ice Dealer, Spell Proof, Spell Defying, and then you had Ice Giver, instead of having Ice Giver here, you had Mighty, and in the socket you had Ice Giver. You'd have the exact same pet, except you wouldn't have to get to Ultra. The only reason I would ever suggest socketing Mighty is if you've manifested talents without Mighty. And instead of, it's not a fail pet, it just means you have to get to Ultra. That comes to my other thing. Ultra, the differences between Mega and Ultra. Now, I see a lot of people saying this. What the hell is the difference between Mega and Ultra? The difference is what I just said to you before. You can socket more jewels at Ultra than you can at Mega. That's the only difference. That's literally the only difference, right? So they've added this into the game so that people don't have OP talents without getting it to Ultra, essentially. So that's the difference between Mega and Ultra. Okay, so if you have all the stats you want and you're at Mega, don't bother going to Ultra. I mean, you can get to Ultra just to be a completionist, but it doesn't matter. Mega is fine. Okay, let me just switch over to my fire now, and I'll show you guys snacks, how to get snacks, and what how to get snacks, and the best, like basically how to get snacks and how to farm them. Now, if you look at my snacks, I'm just gonna go here to show you because I don't know the inventory is actually hard to see. You can't really see their snacks, so I'll show you snacks here. So for this character, for this fire character, I have 600 fancy yogurts, 500 cantaloupes. I've got these are from my ice character, but I've got 500 wheat breads. I've got, look at how many mega snacks. These are all 40 plus. This is 50. This is 45, 45, 50, 40, 40. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I don't know when she fucking used my thing. But that's essentially what mega snacks are, right? So if you're questing through the game, you're gonna come across snacks like this, and I'll show you here. You're gonna come across snacks such as something like this: 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. So you're getting, what is that? 5. Actually, no, you're getting 6. That's 6. That's 3. That's 3. Now, that's the vast majority of the snacks in this game, right? You'll get some will have 10, some will have 20, some will have 25, some will have 15. Doesn't matter. Mega snack is, in my opinion, anything 40 plus is a mega snack. A good mega snack at least. Now, if you are a brand new player, you don't have any pets, you don't have any farm, you are relatively low level, so you haven't got many mega snacks from bosses and all that stuff. There are, I'll give you some good starting tips. Okay, if you just need, like if you've got your first character and you just need a pet, like you have no other pets, you just need to get a pet fast. Do not farm. Do not farm cash potatoes. Do not farm evil magma peas. And I'll talk about that first, and then I'll come back. So if you're a new player, do not, and I repeat, do not farm evil magma peas and cash potatoes. Do not farm them because it's going to be a waste of time. Okay, because by the time you have 60 plus cash potatoes here, okay, you could have been farming bosses, or you could have been farming the crafting materials required for mega snacks, and I'll get back to that. Okay, so this is cash potatoes. These are cash potatoes, right? And obviously you farm them. That's a whole separate thing, farming, and I'm not going to get into it now. But essentially, the main reason I have 500 of all those snacks that I just showed you is because I have this cash potato farm. Okay, and when they go to Elder, the last when they go to Elder, the last stage, they will all drop, no matter what, 1 mega snack. And I have 65, I think, here. So that's every time I harvest these, I get 65 snacks. And they're all 40 plus mega snacks. They're all really good mega snacks. And that's how I have a good mega snack farm. And I've also got, these are cash potatoes, but I've also got evil magma peas on my ice. They're not too different. I wouldn't recommend either or. I'll just say whatever you... These are I think these are large plots, and the evil magma peas are medium sized. So you can actually fit more magma peas in one slot than you can in cash potatoes. But cash potatoes give you more gold, more treasure cards that you can sell. They give you empowers, which can be traded for. Cash potatoes are pretty better all round. And one thing I'll say is, see how you have all of these statistics? When you feed your pet a snack, you'll see that it gives one of those. It gives a couple of those things, right? A couple of those statistics. If you were to just feed your pet mega snacks from here, from your cash potatoes drop, you actually won't get all of these. I think it's will or intellect. I think it's intellect actually. You won't get intellect. So these drop cherry tomatoes. Actually, I don't even know if they drop that. But aside from the point is you guys can look it up yourself on Wikipedia, on the Wizard101 Wiki. But they only drop a certain amount. They only drop I think 3 or 4 mega snacks, and one of those mega snacks, one of these statistics, you don't actually get any of it from any of those mega snacks. So if you're doing a full cash potato farm, just be careful that you're gonna have 0 intellect, I think, or it could be will. And it's not a major issue because you can just use when you're questing, you'll find all these snacks here I got from questing, okay, and they've got heaps of intellect, and you basically you get your pet to mega, and then you just feed it snacks for intellect, right? So it's not a big issue. But evil magma peas, on the other hand, I don't know if I have any here on me. Yeah, I do. Evil magma peas here. These are what you're looking for. You get them from, you can find there's a lot in Avalon. You can quest and you can find them, but that's a completely different. So I can actually make a video about that later on. But yeah, so these about farming and how to get the seeds and all that. Okay, but I'm not gonna make that video now. I'm just gonna explain to you what the differences are. So evil magma peas, these will drop every statistic. So if you feed your pet all the snacks from an evil magma pea, you'll get all the statistics. So that's the one thing difference. What is this? Blah, blah. I don't do that. That's the one difference between evil magma peas and cash potatoes that is worthwhile thinking about. But they're pretty much the same thing. You'll get in the evil magma peas, you'll get less gold. You get less. The treasure cards sell for less, and all that. But they both drop, and the crucial thing is they both drop this. Where is it? They both drop the best mega snack in the game, which is fancy pudding, if I can find it. It's here somewhere. Fancy pudding. Where is it? Do I have none on my account? Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm just blind. Fancy pudding. I think I'm blind. Dude, what? A, B, C, D, E, F. Here, fancy yogurt, not pudding, yogurt. I've got a blank there. So fancy yogurt's the best mega snack in the game because it gives 50. I think there are some mega snacks that give more than this, but they're not easily available. This is the most easily available from farming that you can get a fancy yogurt, and that gives 50. And I have 600 of these. This is the most important mega snack, and both cash potatoes and even magma peas drop this. So for new players, I would not recommend farming, because the time it'll take to farm all these cash potatoes to be able to plant them, you have to farm bosses and you have to farm mobs and all that, or even magma peas, the same thing, okay? And you have to level up your gardening, get to level 20, but I think it's like level 5, but it's still kind of hard to get to level 5, okay? The easiest way, and what I recommend newer players do, is I recommend that they farm 2 things: crafting or Mirror Lake. And I'll come to that now. So, Mirror Lake. Let's go to Mirror Lake real quick, just because it's the easiest one to show off. Now, I'm not sure if there's a better boss to farm nowadays, but this is quite low level. This is level 60 or level 70. End of Sapphire, level 60, I think, or doesn't really matter, level 60 or 70. Usually a lot of people, this is the last dungeon of Sapphire, and if you go through the end of this dungeon, you will find the boss. You will fight the last boss, the spiders. I think there's like spiders or something, and they'll drop this. They'll drop this pixie stick. They'll drop a pixie stick. I think they drop 2 per run, I think. Don't quote me on that. But they drop these, okay? And that's 10, 15, and what is this? Another 15. So that's 30. This is 30. So this is a mega snack, but it's not a good mega snack. It's just 30. And like I said, the lower tier ones you get from farming are 40. And then you've got ones that give 45 and 50. So this is actually quite low. However, okay, this is more reliable than farming for a newer player, because you're guaranteed to get the mega snacks at the end of the dungeon. Farming cash potatoes can be fucked. Okay, it can be fucked. So you want to farm this just to get your first pet. Once you have one pet to max, to mega, you can then focus on farming. Cash potatoes or even mega peas, whatever. So this is a good spot. Just comment down below if anyone's got any suggestions of better bosses, because this is the only real boss I know for mega snacks. If you've got any other recommendations, like in later worlds, just drop it down in the comments and let people know. But this is relatively low level. It's relatively easy, and it's guaranteed to drop mega snacks. It's like guaranteed. So that's probably the best. Now your other way is through crafting, and I will show you how to craft mega snacks now. Now, crafting, I don't think you have to be a certain crafting level for this. So I think you're fine. I think it's fine. I don't think you have to craft I think it's just basic crafting level. I don't even think it's like dragonspyre crafting. I think it's like it could be Mushu level crafting. I don't even know. Let me have a look. So obviously you go to Pet Pavilion. So you go to Pet Pavilion, you come here, and you see, you come to this girl, and you see, you click here, and you come, this is a crafting recipe shop, and you'll see she has, these are kind of shitty, like, you know, what is that, like 6, that's 3, that's 3, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, whatever, and she has shit. But she has one really good one, which is here, cherry tomato. This gives 14 intellect, 15, I think that's power, and 11 strength. Nature's Wrath, really easy to get. Bubba Fish, 1 Bubba Fish. 5 Nature's Wrath, 1 Bubba Fish, and 5 Fishing Vials. Now, pristine vials can be bought in the bazaar easily. And they can also be sold by vendors. I think they're sold by vendors too. Tell me in the comments if that's incorrect, but I think you can. Nature's Raft, same thing. I think it can be bought in vendors. So these two, with enough gold, boom, you got it. And Bubba Fish, I might have to search that up, but it's just a fish. Like, you just gotta find the fish, you know. So if you can find this, let me just actually check it out now, and I'll come back to you guys. Okay, so Bubbafish can be found in Shoshan Village. It's an epic rarity, and it's a balance rank 2. So if you're good at fishing, and that's relatively low level fishing, that's like, that's easy to get to. Like if you're level 50 plus, you should be able to get to that, or even like level 40. And you just go to Shoshan Village and you just find this pet like that. This is easy. And what you do is you look for balance things, and you can find the pet. So it's readily available, which is good. So yeah, so this cherry tomato is very, very, very good. Your basic crafting, I don't know what level you have to be though, but yeah, so Nature's Raft, this is very easy. Very, very easy. So if you need a good way to get fish, to get mega snacks, either fish in Shoshan Village to get this fish, or farm Mirror Lake, okay, for good snacks, right? There's one more other way to get good snacks, and that is to buy them from the bazaar. Now, you'll find all the time you'll go into the bazaar and you'll be able to find this snack. I'll show you the snack. It's called Shanta Pudding. Now, Shanta Pudding is the best non-mega snack here. Okay, I have 851 of these, and the reason for that, why do I have so many? The reason for that is when I harvest my cash potatoes at adult, not at elder, at adult, it'll drop Shanta pudding. A lot of them. So what you'll see is in the bazaar, a lot of people who have cash potato farms will be selling these in the bazaar. These give 10 and can be bought for relatively low amounts of money in the bazaar. So 10 is actually not too bad for a complete beginner trying to get their first pet to mega. It's not terrible, but you'll be using a lot of energy. So if you have a lot of energy elixirs, or if you have, you can just use these and then go level up and then come back. Like I said earlier in the video, you can just use all your energy, then level up and it'll reset. So you can just keep doing that with the Shanta puddings. And that's how I got my first pet to max. Not to max, I might have got it to like ancient or epic with that strategy. Once you get to like epic to mega, and it's like 5,000 or however much experience points you need, that can get a bit tedious with Shanta pudding. But Shanta pudding is definitely a good substitute for mega snacks. If you don't want to farm for those mega snacks, you're just gonna have to use a lot of energy and a lot of time for with Shanta pudding. So that's probably the best. This is probably the best non-mega snack, okay, that you can use. So yeah, guys. So I've talked about, I've spoken about what pet to use, what to look for on statistics, how to use the pet kiosk, and what pet to hatch with. Now, I want to just quickly, because I didn't really touch on this at the beginning of the video, and I'm sorry for that, but I'll come back to it now. You want to go to, when you go in the kiosk, I want to show you how to use the kiosk. Now, basically when you go in the kiosk, you don't want to really look. They actually got rid of this. I don't think you can really search anymore. I haven't searched in ages, but there's a search function here if you want to use it, but it's kind of shitty now. So let's say you're an ice character and you want to get a triple damage double resist pet. Okay, you can choose any pet you want, but some pets will come with ice blades, or they'll come with other good utility. Like this isn't too bad. Elemental blade isn't that bad. It can be useful. But like ice dactyl will come with an ice blade. Okay, so that's a very good. This is a very good candidate for a good pet. This is a good candidate too, but it's ice only. If you're an ice character, it shouldn't matter then. You're good. And you've got like this one as well. This is the one I have on my ice, the one I showed you guys earlier. Okay, so this is a good pet. Now, this is your pet here on the left side, and this is the pet you're hatching with. So you want to go through and you want to see the stats that I have on the left. Fire, well, obviously not fire giver. You want ice giver. So you want ice giver, you want pain giver, you want spell giver, you want spellifying, and you want ice dealer. And what you do is you just scroll through here until you find it. This one's good. And you obviously input the statistics into that link I gave below to make sure that it's max. And you've got ice giver, pain giver, ice dealer, spell proof, and mighty. And you know how I said before that mighty is better if you have it in your talent pool instead of socketing it, because that means you don't have to get your pet to ultra. So that is this is a good pet to have. This is a good pet to hatch with, right? So grab the pet, go get an adult blood bat, get your blood bat from the vendor, get it to adult, and then come to this. Take a picture of this pet that you want. Good stats, good talents. And also you can see here, you'll see that it has its pedigree 42. And that will come in handy in a second. I'll show you how. So you take a picture of its name, Mr. Spike, and its pedigree. This is a good pet. And you click hatch. I don't have enough gold, and I don't really want to hatch with this. But if you do want to hatch with this and you have enough gold, just click hatch, and it'll hatch. You'll get either a blood bat, if you use the blood bat, or whatever you're hatching with. Like if you're using a Filosaur, you have a chance between getting a Filosaur and this, your Chivalrous Knight. If you're using a blood bat, you'd want the Chivalrous Knight because it gives the ice blade. So you might not get the Chivalrous Knight for the first few hatches, but if you hatch 3 to 5 times, you will get it. Pretty much guaranteed to get it. You will need a decent amount of gold. If this is too much gold for one hatch, you can continue down and you can You can find cheaper ones. Some will be cheaper, some will be more expensive. You just gotta find the one you want. Now, see how there's pedigree here? That makes it very easy to search for what you want, right? So I'll show you a good searching mechanism that I use. Let's just go to the show us map. So we know that the one I want is 42 pedigree. So what I can do is I can just go straight past all this to 42. And let's just say that the pet you want, you've taken a picture of it and you can see that it's 30, say 35. So you know to go all the way to the right to 35, and then you can look for yours, right? So you've taken a picture, you see that your pedigree is 35 on the side. So you'll say it's named Blue and its pedigree is 35. Obviously, this could be it. Oh wait, it's got 50 pedigree. So this is not the pet you want. So you go all the way. You can just rapidly spam the click button, because the way the pedigree works is it goes from highest to lowest. So you just spam it until it goes down to 35. All the way down to 35. And then you can look for the pet you took a picture of. It makes it very easy. Instead of going like this, waiting for it to load, 1, 2, it makes it very easy. So that's how you use the kiosk. That's how I use the kiosk. Now, one thing about the kiosk is not all pets are in the kiosk. So most crown pets aren't. This Philosopher that I have here would not be in the kiosk. It'll even tell me on here. Yep, see at the top there this little egg icon. It means no hatchmaking, which is no hatchmaking kiosk. So a lot of crown pets are not in the hatching thing, and you will have to hatch with other players to get a pet. Like this Philosopher, I had to hatch with other players because even if I had that pet, which I did from packs that I opened packs from, that pet, if you hatch and hatch and hatch in the kiosk, you're going to lose that pet. It's going to hatch and you're going to get the pet that you're hatching with. Okay, so the only way to actually get this pet would to be either to hatch with have the pet which you'd get from packs, and then hatch in the kiosk. And basically, if you got the other pet that you're hatching with in the kiosk, you'd have to scrap that egg. So you've basically just wasted a timer and you've wasted energy, gold. So it's not really economical, right? So you want to hatch, if you're going for a crown's pet or something that isn't allowed in the kiosk, pretty much just hatch it in person with someone. Go onto Discord, go onto the Wizard101 forums, whatever, and just find someone to hatch with that pet. Okay, because the kiosk will not help you. And if you don't have crowns, it's a good way of getting a free crowns pet, because if you don't have crowns to get the pet in the pack, you can hatch with someone with the pet. So yeah, so I hope that answers most questions. I know I'm talk a bit slow sometimes, but it's just how it is. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys, I'm gonna be releasing a farming tutorial, how to create a cash potato farm, where to farm for cash potatoes, EMPs, all that type of stuff. So that's coming in the future, maybe in a week or two. But yeah, so that's how you get a good pet in Wizard101. If you guys still need any help, just message me down in the comments, or like and subscribe if you can. And thanks for watching.